Listen, we got a special news report for the people right now involving Floyd, Kid Austin, Schofield. Yes, he is coming off, fresh off, just a complete annihilation. It's almost like it's not fair, especially what he did to Mr. Ricardo Lopez Torres. Floyd, Kid Austin, Schofield, Golden Boy's own, is 16 and 0, no losses, no draws, 12 wins by the way of knockout. Shout out to the Dominican Republic. Shout out to Austin, Texas. Shout out to Jersey. You already know what it is. It's flight sports. We got to break things down because Jojo Diaz fired back in some sorts, if you will, because Kid Austin let it be known after his fight that he got some names on the horizon. He been letting it be known. But I think this fight between Jojo is starting to get percolating. Jojo, he's doing a lot of talking. Mind you, listen, I'm keeping 100 with you, y'all. Out of all the opponents that Kid Austin has faced, I have probably one of some of them, probably the most respect for Jojo Diaz. But at the end of the day, I think the respect is mutual. But at the end of the day, these two are on a collision course. And they can't hide from each other, and they won't, hide from each other. This is not a relationship base, where I'm just gonna avoid you, da 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 da. It don't work like that. Jojo was very vocal, and he let it be known. He's telling Kid Austin to quiet down over there. And he says that he's ready to make it happen next. And he said he's getting spoon fed by Golden Boy Promotions. I would like for him to clarify that. Who knows what's going on with Jojo Diaz, and we've had a lot of things. Like I said, here at Flight Sports, we've been promoting this fight for some time now. And Jojo, he knows what's going on with Flight Sports TV. So make sure you subscribe because this fight right here is going to be massive. And I think it's going to be big for Golden Boy Promotions. And I believe that this is going to be another stepping stone, probably the biggest one, because I think after this, what's next? I think it's a title fight. I think that he done been cleaned house at everybody at Golden Boy, Promotions. And I'm expecting, like I said, Jojo, when I said I respect him, he's never been stopped before. I believe that Kid Austin gets the stoppage. He stops him for the first time in his career. If you look at JoJo's resume, when you start there, when I'm trying to explain to you that this is going to be a huge stepping stone, I think that they tried to put other fighters like, oh, this is going to be the level up. This is going to be. I think that this is going to be the level up, and I think that this is going to be like passing of the guard here, because shout out JoJo Diaz. He's 31 years old. He's not old. But at the end of the day, you look at these fighters that he faced. The big names he's seen them. The Fortunas, the Devin Haney's, the Zapatas, the Gesters. I mean, he's fought them all. So we got to give this guy props, and he's let it be known he's like the Iron Man. Everybody got their thing in boxing. Some people chasing undefeated streaks. I think this guy, he want to let it be known that he'll step in the ring with anybody. And Kid Austin, he's ready. And I think this is going to be one of the most dangerous opponents he's ever faced. Because when you look at Gester, when you look at Zapata, you look at Haney, they just don't have that spark, that like I said, that Kid Austin's going to have power wise. These guys went the distance too. Remind you, like I said, the fighter that Kid Austin fought last fight went a bunch of rounds with Mark Castro, and then he stops him in literally a couple of seconds. And if he was to manhandle, Jojo Diaz in that fashion, Kid Austin's gonna win this fight. Now it's all about how. And like I said, and I mean this out of respect, I just think it's a terrible matchup for Jojo. I think that Jojo's heart is really more, what it's about. And Jojo works hard. You see his work ethic. He spent time down at Davies Entertainment, working in the gym and things like that. These fighters know each other, and this fight been brewing for a while. Bernard Hopkins hinted at this fight in the previous bout that Kid Austin was involved in, and it is what it is. Like I said, they are on a collision course, and Golden Boy understands, man. This is an easy fight to be had, and I wanted to get over and done with because I'm ready for Kid Austin to challenge for the titles, challenge against the true names, the best of the best, and if Jojo has to be that person that he takes out to get there, then so be it. I think that Kid Austin is just like I said, gonna dominate him, and he let it be known that his fight was more entertaining than a lot of people's fights, and we're gonna get into all that shortly. But lightweight prospect Kid Austin, like I said, let it be known this is what people are calling him on the internet, but at the end of the day, he's a contender, and we throw this prospect word out a lot. But Kid Austin, don't get fooled, ladies and gentlemen. Kid Austin is a contender. These fighters know who he is. They are running and ducking. They are trying to act like he don't exist, or they're gonna try to pick this one over this one. Kid Austin would destroy all of these guys. And they all saw it firsthand. You know, and now with him establishing this jab, taking his jab to an elite level, I mean, it's just going to be too much. It's going to be way too much of the avalanche that could take place. But let's see what JoJo has to say. It's going to be crazy. I can't wait. I'm looking at some. I'm looking at some quotes from the last fight because I think it's going to be a lot of fireworks after Kid Austin in his last performance. People are gonna have a lot to say. Kid Austin acknowledged that it was some hating going on Twitter, and like I said, JoJo, you got to step it up a little bit, man. Like I said, I think that JoJo is going to be in for a huge test, and I think Oscar and them going to talk to him, and let it be known. I think they like JoJo, but they do know that Kid Austin is ready to go. Is you cannot hold him up too much longer. He's knocking at the door of a title fight. Once he takes out JoJo, what's next? That's my question to Oscar. That's my question to Bernard. What's next after JoJo? Because we want a title fight. And I think that Kid Austin is going to not only defeat JoJo, but manhandle him because at the end of the day, it's bigger than Jojo Diaz. I think JoJo is just the name that they put in front right now, so don't get it mixed and screwed. It's about that title fight, at the end of the day. So Kid Austin's going to make a complete example of him to show the message to the champion, you understand, and what's going to happen to him. So I'm going to leave it at that. It's Flight Sports TV. Things are brewing and percolating between Floyd, Kid Austin, Schofield, and Jojo Diaz. Let's see what happens. It's Flight Sports.